Welcome to my detailed guide on how to prepare for your fitness journey in 2025. Let's go ahead and get started. So, I believe that there are four main areas when deciding to get healthy physically. The first one is food, the second is water, then we have sleep, and then we have exercise. And if you can get those four right, then you will have success in your fitness journey. So, my very first topic that I'm going to talk about is food. Okay? To have success in your 2025 fitness journey, you need to get really detailed with your food. So, I truly, honestly recommend meal planning. Now, I'm a meal planner, but I'm not as strict as I used to be. I used to plan out every single meal, and that for breakfast, I'm going to eat 2 eggs and a piece of turkey bacon and a piece of whole grain bread and have coffee with collagen in it and exactly 1 scoop and all this. Very, very detailed. That is definitely one way to do it, and there is nothing wrong with that. The problem is, sometimes I would wake up, and this is definitely a personal problem, but sometimes I would wake up and say, I'm not really feeling like eggs this morning. And then I would end up going off of my meal plan. So what I switched to doing is really planning my groceries and planning grocery shopping, making sure that I have multiple high protein options for all my meals. So, for example, I would have, like in that same scenario, I would have yogurt in the fridge, and now I can switch what I'm doing from, okay, I don't feel like eggs, but I am going to have yogurt and blueberries, or I'm going to mix up a smoothie, those kinds of things. So I think with your meal planning, it's really, really important to have choices. Now, with your meal planning, I highly recommend that you find out what your body type is and then figure out what percentage of your macros you need, your carbs, your fats, and your proteins. There's 3 main types of body types. The first one is ectomorph, the second is mesomorph, and the third is endomorph. I would go online, find a quiz, do some reading on it, and figure out what body type you are. And then from that, you're going to get what percentages of these macros that you should eat every day and in every meal. So if you're ectomorph, and an ectomorph is like naturally thin, typically has a smaller bone structure, thinner limbs, usually has like a short upper body and long legs and arms and narrow feet and hands, and like they're very straight. Like especially if you're a woman, you will notice that there's not much difference between your shoulders and waist and hips. Very little fat storage, and they have a small amount of muscle mass and a very high metabolism. For these people, you need your carbs to be 50 to 55%, your protein to be 25 to 30%, and then your fat 20%. Now, I highly recommend that most of your carbs be vegetables. And the reason why I recommend this is because vegetables are high in the vitamins and minerals that your body needs to complete their daily functions. The second body type is mesomorph, okay? These are the people that are known to have like the good genes, okay? They have like a medium-sized bone structure. They typically have an athletic body. They're not really thin, but they're not really chunky. If they're active, then they just naturally, with exercise, they gain muscles fairly easily. They have a high metabolism. It's easier for them to maintain a healthy weight, and they can put on or lose weight very quickly and easily, and it's easier for them to gain muscle. For these people, we want the carbs to be 40%, which again, your carbs should be mostly vegetables, protein 40%, and fat 20%. And then the third body type is endomorph. Now, endomorphs are like women's especially are like naturally more curvy. They've maybe been told their whole life they have a larger bone structure. They have like higher total body mass and total body fat, and they've always had kind of like a soft body appearance. They typically have a slower metabolism and they gain fat a lot more easily. And these people really, really, really have to pay attention to their food intake to get fit. But if they're active, they can build a lot of muscle. For these people, you want less carbs, 25 to 30% carbs, 40 to 45% protein to help with muscle gain, and then 25 to 30% fat. And so when you're planning your meals, I highly recommend go find a quiz, figure out what your body type is, and then as you're grocery shopping, be thinking about these things. For me, I need more protein. So when I go grocery shopping, I'm going to be looking for major sources of protein. I'm going to be looking for chicken. I'm going to be looking for ground turkey. I'm going to be looking for, I like Greek yogurt. I highly recommend getting on social media and searching high protein meals. I'm an Instagram gal, so I hop onto Instagram and I will find all of the high protein Instagram meals and give them a try. And some of them I love and some of them I would not try again. But making that a priority by actually meal planning, or at least having a general idea of the types of meals that you would like to eat and the food that you want to eat that's good for your body, will help you have success in your fitness journey in 2025. So, with that being said, with grocery shopping and meal planning, there are days when you thought you could get home to make dinner and it just doesn't happen. And so I also think when thinking about food and eating healthy, it's really important to have some backups in mind. A lot of fast food places now offer healthier alternatives, and obviously they're not as good as a home cooked meal, but you want to have options when you're in a pinch. So, for example, I know that Starbucks has an egg white breakfast sandwich that if I was somewhere and I had to eat out, like say I'm on vacation or I'm traveling for work or at a conference, I know that Starbucks has an egg white sandwich that's very high in protein. So I would recommend spending some time researching what are the fast food places in your town, in the place that you live, or when you're traveling, what are the fast food places that are going to be in the place that you're traveling, and go ahead and look up high protein menu items. And what's awesome is that so many people now offer healthier high protein options. And just keep that in your back pocket so that way when you find that it's either going out to eat or not eating, that you know where you can go to get high protein meals and you know what to order. So that's the food section, how to prepare for your food fitness journey in 2025. It really comes down to sitting down and making a meal plan, or at least making sure that you are putting on your grocery list high protein items that you need, and good healthy fats as well, like avocado oil or olive oil or coconut oil. And then making sure that you're planning healthy carbs as well, like all your vegetables, broccoli, carrots, snap peas. There's so many options. So that's all the food. Setting that aside, the next part to have success in your fitness journey in 2025 is exercise, okay? I don't care what anyone tells you, weightlifting is always going to be the best option for exercise, okay? The reason this is because you build muscle mass. When you build muscle mass, you automatically boost your metabolism. That means that even when you're sitting down doing nothing, you're burning more calories just because you have more muscle, okay? Now, if you are weightlifting, you need to make sure that you're getting enough protein to actually repair those muscles, which is why a high protein diet is so important. If you're someone that tends to keep weight on, like if you're an endomorph, one of those naturally curvy girls, or a guy that just always seems to have that soft body appearance, cardio is important, but it doesn't have to be intense. Actually, one of my favorite workouts to do for cardio is walking, like go on a walk in the evening, or if you can't go out, I love Grow with Joe's walking workouts on YouTube. They're super highly effective and they can be super quick. But that being said, I really do believe that weightlifting is the best form of exercise. You are working your muscles and your joints and your range of motion. It's just really good for you. Make sure that you're doing progressive overload as well. So we've got our food section and our exercise section, which in my fitness log, which I created this really small travel-friendly version, in the back I have this weightlifting section that's just all for getting your progressive overload, which I saw this really great description the other day of progressive overload. Progressive overload is picking an exercise, like my favorite example is bicep curls, going as heavy as you can go where you can do like 5 to 8 reps. You continue to use that weight until you can do 10 to 12 reps. So like this week, you can, let's say this week at 20 pounds, you can do 5, 6 reps. And then next week at 20 pounds, you can do 7, 8 reps. And then the week after that, you can do 8 to 10 reps, all with this 20-pound weight. Once you hit the 10 to 12 rep range, go up in weight. So as soon as you hit those 10 reps, okay, now it's time to move up to 25 pounds or 30 pounds for your bicep curls. The other thing that I would highly recommend is schedule your workouts. And now this can be in your phone, like a super very specific time, like every morning at 5:03 a.m. I am going to get dressed and go to the gym, or get dressed and go on a walk. Or it can be more relaxed, and this is how I do it. I just plan based like morning, midday, or evening. Okay, I'm going to go in the morning, or I'm going to go in the evening, or I'm going to go midday, or I'm going to go after dinner, or I'm going to go really late before bed. Kind of a generic time, but I'm a morning person, so I always set that expectation in my mind, either the night before, so it's there as soon as I wake up, or in the morning. And either one of those things work, but you need to make sure that you are scheduling your exercise. Okay. The third part is water. Make sure that you have a water plan, okay? Everybody needs to drink water. We all know it. And everybody has these goals of, oh yes, I'm going to drink 8 cups of water a day, or I'm going to drink a gallon of water a day. Yes, you need to. But what is your plan for that? Okay? What are you drinking the water from? Okay? My family buys a lot of those 16-ounce plastic water bottles. And so, sometimes when I am like going, I plan to drink 4 to 8 of those, because that's 8 to 16 cups a day. Or I plan on drinking 1 with every meal. And that's, if I do 3 meals, that's 6 cups automatically. Or use a reusable water bottle. How big is your water bottle? If your water bottle is only 4 cups, think about where you're going to refill that water bottle. Do you have a refill station at your work? Do you have a refill station at your school? Do you actually drink that water? I definitely am a purified water gal all the time. And so sometimes when I fill my water bottle up with tap water, I end up not drinking as much because I just don't like the taste, and I am thinking about all the things that could be in the water. So make yourself a water plan, okay? If you need to fill up your water bottle the night before for every day, like in the evening, fill it up the night before. If you need to literally carry around one of those 1-gallon jugs, then carry around a 1-gallon jug. Maybe it's carrying around a gallon water bottle, and on your way to work, you stop at the purified water station and fill it up. Like, pay the 25 cents or whatever and fill it up. So that's my water plan. Also, make sure you're drinking all throughout the day. And then pro tip, if you drink water before meals, it'll help you digest your food and feel fuller. Finally, if you're planning for your fitness success in 2025, what is your sleep plan, okay? We all know that we're supposed to go to bed like earlier. They say every hour before midnight counts as double, and that you get better sleep and the right kind of sleep for your brain, and making sure you're getting in all those healthy, good REM cycles that actually help you refresh and recharge. But we also know that life happens, okay? And we need to plan for life, okay? So a part of being healthy is not just having a healthy body, but having being healthy mentally and socially as well. And socially means that sometimes we will spend evenings out, like visiting with other people and having a good time, and that's okay too. Just make sure that you're planning for all those things. Plan for a time that you go to bed. Plan for a time that you get up. Plan for 8 hours of sleep. And also be thinking about what time can you actually realistically go to bed and what time can you actually realistically wake up. So those are the 4 areas that if you plan them out, you will have success in 2025. This week, I'm actually going to be planning my meals and my grocery list. If you are looking for a tool to help with all of this, I recommend my 3-month fitness log. I have a big giant one that I use, that I'm using, and then I have a smaller travel-friendly, purse-friendly, gym bag-friendly one. Every single day, you can track your sleep, your exercise, your water, and your meals, including meal macros. And I think it is the perfect tool to see how you're doing with all of these goals and to really, really have success in your fitness journey in 2025. That's all I have for you, and I will see you next time.